Welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified Doctor of Naturopathy, Dr. Stephen Cabral, shares with you exactly how you can reverse aging, take back your health, and live a life full of energy and passion, with new 20-minute episodes every single day to keep you healthy and engaged. Now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Hey everybody, welcome back to a brand new week of the Cabral Concept. You know, we start the weeks with our Mindset and Motivation Monday, and I wanted to do a follow-up show for you here today. I was a little bit on the fence when I first shared what reality transurfing is by Vadim, and I'll talk about Vadim, the Russian quantum physicist, in just a moment. But I did introduce it. I wanted to share the concept, and we got such great feedback. So many questions as to really what is reality transurfing, and is it the answer to better manifesting our goals? So what I want to share with you here today is one of the absolute best write-ups that I've seen on it, share the exact details and the 3-step methodology that you can begin today using. I am using it, trying to implement it in my own life, and I love to share with you exactly what I'm doing as well. So if you haven't heard about it before, it was created by a Russian quantum physicist named Vadim Zeland. And essentially what it spoke about is that there are multiple realities, which this is not radical in terms of like what physicists believe. They do believe that there may be multiple dimensions. Well, we know that there are multiple dimensions. They believe that there might be multiple universes, right? Multiple universes, multiple realities happening all at the same time. And so what he discovered was that using quantum physics principles with practical manifestation techniques, that we could create a system that would be able to then manifest, or as he calls it, slide between realities. Now, again, stay with me here. But he believes that multiple realities exist as infinite parallel tracks. So think about like almost like train tracks running parallel to each other, okay? But they're all different movie versions that have already been filmed. And that movie, of course, is your life. And what dictates the track that you slide between or hop onto is determined by your inner state. Some people in metaphysics, they call this your frequency, the vibration, because different tracks or realities or movie plots vibrate differently. And so what you resonate with, you will attract. So again, now I want to share with this is called From the Quantum Brief. Again, you know, I like to give credits where credit's due. So, and millions of people have used this. So this is really remarkable. So I want to share with you right now verbatim. Reality exists as parallel timelines. The key idea is this: reality exists as infinite parallel tracks, each representing a different version of events that could unfold. So again, all events have already unfolded. You are simply stepping onto the track as to which reality you're going to allow unfold. And how it works is your inner state, your thoughts, your emotions, and your energy determines which track you experience. You're constantly tuning in to different versions of reality. The problem, importance, is that when you assign too high an importance to something, you create an energetic turbulence that actually pushes you away from what you want. The best analogy I've heard here is that if you're ever dating and you are too emotionally involved with that person and you're like head over heels, there's no chase there. The person almost feels overwhelmed by it, and that pushes then that relationship away. So the solution is to lower the importance, not of what you want, but lower the need, the want. And I've shared this previously because the want or the need is also telling the universe you don't have it. And the more emotional you're about it, the more it's telling God, the universe, right? God created the universe, that you don't have it. So you naturally slide then away from the timeline or reality that you're looking for. So here is the excess potential trap. Why wanting what you want blocks you from it. And it's treating our desires as urgent or life or death creates what Zeland calls excess potential. This is energetic resistance in your reality field. The universe balances excess potential by creating obstacles. The harder you push, the more resistance you create. Ever notice how desperately wanting something seems to push it further away? The excess potential in action. Using the no big deal approach, if we remove resistance and allows you to slide into timelines where your desire naturally exists. There's no force required. It doesn't mean no action, but no force. And this is also what Vadim calls the pendulum trap. And what we need to do is understand that Vadim discovered that problems and obstacles are pendulums. These are energy structures that feed on your emotional reactions. Here's how they work. When you fight problems or give them attention, they grow stronger. Your resistance gives them energy to persist. The counterintuitive solution is to sidestep mentally rather than engage. Don't fight the pendulum. Simply stop feeding it with your energy. The result is that starving the pendulum allows you to move to a reality track where the problem doesn't exist or loses its power over you. All right, so here's what actually happens. The energy mechanics of manifestation according to reality transurfing. This is why desperation blocks you. Desperation and attachment create energetic resistance, like trying to swim upstream against a powerful current. The neutral state, when you treat your goal as no big deal, you remove the excess potential that creates obstacles. The energy flow, now your energy naturally becomes more neutral, like water finding its natural path flowing downhill. Here's the shift. This neutral state allows you to slide naturally into the reality track where your desire already exists. No struggles required. Remember, if we believe in reality transurfing, we believe that all possibilities for your future have already existed. They're already there in infinite potential. Your job is to simply navigate the tracks of life to get you there the fastest and safest way possible, I would add. All right, so here's the 3-step methodology that I said I would share with you. Step 1 is this. You must lower the importance of your goal. Not that you don't want it, not that you can't visualize it, but you must lower the importance, the desperation around it. So release pressure by treating your desire as nice to have rather than a must have. Now I can already hear it. You're saying, yeah, but I have to do this. I have to make it happen. Understood. But that resistance now is creating more obstacles put in your path because you're desperate. You're telling the world that you don't currently have it, that you need it, which again reinforces lack. It still goes back to what all the ancients have said, as well as in the Bible, that we need to feel like it already exists in our life. I'm going to read you a couple of my favorite biblical quotes right now. The kingdom of God is within you, and according to your faith, it is done to you. That was written in Luke 17:21 and Matthew 9:29. Here's another one. For nothing